Well, we've left the cold weather in Yonkers behind to spend a few minutes here in the desert outside of Tucson, Arizona. You're looking at the Santa Catalina Mountains and the Rincon Mountains surrounding this area, but we're visiting a planned unit development called Civano. This is a very unusual development. To tell us more about it, Kevin Kelly, who's the president of the Civano Development Company.
Hi, welcome to sunny Tucson.
Thank you very much. Tell us first what Civano is all about, what it means.
Sure. Well, Civano takes its name from the Hohokam people, and these ancient indigenous people had a Civano period where they found the balance between human needs and natural resources. Now, the modern day Civano seeks to find that same balance. We want to build a pedestrian-friendly community that treads lighter on our land and uses our natural resources more wisely.
Okay, but you're also taking advantage of the latest in building technology.
That's right, Bob. In order to use our resources more intelligently, we've got to take advantage of the best energy engineering and science that's available to us.
And that's important even here in the desert. Well, before we look at some of the houses that are being built, can we learn more about this community center?
Sure. This is our gathering place where we'll have cafes and retail and art galleries and offices. We'll have cool towers and fountains and shaded trees for people to come and congregate as a community.
Now, the architecture is very bold. Let's take a closer look.
Great.
Now, the Vigas have been around forever. It's old southwestern construction, but let's talk about the new technologies that you're putting to use here.
Sure. We're introducing a lot of very appropriate energy and environmental technologies, Bob. We're doing thermal mass buildings, thermal insulent buildings. We're using solar hot water. We're using solar PV systems. We're using reclaimed water systems to harvest our rainwater. We're even reclaiming our trees.
I was going to say, this Palo Verde is an ancient one, and I bet it wasn't in the middle of this construction, huh?
Oh, no. This was hand-boxed from the desert, a little bit off-site, actually. This is about 100 years old, and we've harvested about 3,000 trees and cactuses from the site so far, and we're going to harvest another 20,000.
That's so wise, not to just come in and bulldoze the desert and then bring in exotic plant material.
That's right. We're using all indigenous zero-scape planting in our
And you're
project.
collecting rainwater for irrigation?
We are harvesting right off our rooftops.
Now, this is adobe, right? It's a baked adobe?
Yes, this is a fired adobe. This is a thermal mass building. It's a double-walled building. And in addition to the thermal mass quality, which protects you from the heat of the day, but also radiates the warmth at night, it's got a passive cool tower system that blows cool air into the building that allows the hot air to be filtered out of it.
And it's a circle so that it kind of harkens back to the Hohokam meeting.
That does. It's the old Kiva tradition.
Can we look at some of the SIPS technology that's going on?
We sure can. Let's go.
Great. Kevin, how many homes will be built here?
Ultimately, 2,800 over 1,100 acres.
That's a lot of houses. Now, here we're looking at 3 distinct individual houses, right?
Yes, we are.
And this one is you just poured the foundation.
That's right. This is the Rgc House. It's a systems house put together with Build America and Ibicus.
The crawl space is essentially what you got here, not really a basement or any kind of storage area.
That's right. The ingenuity of this house is they're actually using the crawl space and they're using the earth to have an ambient temperature between 50 and 60 degrees, and they're keeping all their ductwork inside this crawl space and insulating the crawl space to maximize energy efficiency of the house.
That's exciting. Now, the next one, you've already gone 3 steps farther so that we can see what you're talking about here, right?
That's right. This is where Rgc has installed the metal truss system. It's a webbed truss system, very rigid.
Right.
And you can also...
this business here.
That's right. You can see the ductwork and all the wiring is done in the crawl space itself. And what that does, Bob, is that allows a great clearance when you get inside the house with unimpeded ceilings.
Exactly. And I noticed that you've got pressure-treated lumber everywhere, which I guess is an issue even in the desert, right?
You bet.
Now, why do you need this metal flashing here between the top of foundation and the sill plate?
That's a termite shield, Bob. The desert has 26 species of termites, so it's an important design feature for us.
You can't get away from termites, huh? So here you can see the rest of the crawl space. You've already done all the rough plumbing and you've got all your ductwork in place, right?
That's right. All of the plumbing, the wiring, the ductwork, the HVAC, and the final plumbing and structural wiring all runs under this system.
So the next step here is to put the floor deck down, but behind us in the next house, you've got your SIPS panels being assembled. Tell us about the process here.
Well, Bob, you're looking at a sandwich wall system with polyurethane and structural panels made of oriented strand board.
Is the polyurethane injected into?
That's right. It's a mold, and you put the boards together and they inject it right in there.
So that's a little bit different than the type of panel we're using in Yonkers. Now, how are the panels installed?
They're installed vertically. It's very similar to a tongue and groove. It's an interlocking system, and you see how they neatly fit together. And they're at the factory. They're actually pre-numbered so people actually fit it together like a jigsaw puzzle.
And of course the window openings, everything is pre-engineered so that as it goes together, by the end of the day you got the finished house practically.
You do, and what's nice about this system is it saves 30% of construction waste compared to a stick-built house.
And what's the height of them?
The clear height in the interior is about 11 feet.
That's nice.
It's wonderful, makes great open space.
Yeah.
And that whole house takes about a day and a half to put that wall system and the roof on it. Very efficient.
Well, Kevin, let's take a look at some of the finished houses.
Fantastic. Not all of the houses will be built with the CIPS technology, Bob. A number of the builders are using the conventional stick frame and stucco systems. And with that, they're going to offer a different type of variety, though all of our 5 builders have to hit the energy standards that puts us 50% above the current model energy code.
Okay, so the stick and stucco is what we're looking at here, which once you've got your traditional frame up, you spray the stucco on and you end up with this very Western kind of a Santa Fe look, huh?
That's right. These homes are built by T.J. Bednar and Company, and they really went after the Pueblo look. They're designed with the Santa Fe in mind, in fact.
Yeah. Well, this is very nice with the rounded, soft corners and the corbels as you come in.
These homes are designed to be very efficient on the land. You'll get 7 to 9 units per acre, but you'll notice we use the walls and we use the other homes and we use the garage space to create a privacy nook or to create an internal courtyard.
Excellent. Now, the interiors here, are they different from most of the other houses? Are there different price points, I mean?
That's right. We looked at the CIPS panels, which is the $90,000 price point, and then we go up to about $110 with the T.J. Bednar, and we keep climbing. This builder got very playful inside with the design.
Well, let's go see some actual finished models.
Great.
Okay, so what we have here are 3 distinct houses, right?
That's right, Bob, and you'll notice about this wonderful walkway is that there are no ugly garage doors piercing this right-of-way.
That's nice, but where do they keep the cars?
Well, the garages are serviced off of the carriage lanes in the back of the house.
Oh, that's not a new concept, but it makes a big difference here, doesn't it?
It really does. It allows you to have enjoyable walkways to greet neighbors from porches or from courtyards. We love it.
Yeah. And so you can meet your neighbors as well, right?
That's right. Speaking of meeting your neighbors, Bob, I've got to get back to work, but I want to turn you over to the chairman of Rgc Homes, Jim Murar.
Great. Well, Kevin, thanks for touring us around.
Thank you.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Bob, welcome to the Courtyard Homes, our Residence 1 here.
Now, this is one of the CIPS homes,
This is one of the CIPS homes. We've got it completely skinned on the outside, all finished inside, decorated, ready to enjoy.
Thank you. Let's take a look. Wow, the colors you use in these model homes is pretty amazing, Jim.
Pretty exciting. It really is a nice contrast to the kind of the desert scene that we have here in our Sonoran deserts.
Yeah,
and,
it's great what the model decorators can do. Now, you can get away with this because of the volume. How high are the ceilings?
we're about 11 feet here, and we're able to do that because there's no attic. Those CIPS panels that you saw earlier give us all that volume space. So
Exactly. Now, speaking of space, what's the square footage of the whole house?
1,144 square feet here, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, really nice baths. It gets really exciting what our decorators do with the colors in those rooms.
Again, the neutrality of the surrounding space lets you get away with these strong yellows and all these really strong blues and reds and accent colors.
It's really fun, kind of the deserts of the country, the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Oh, there's a real Mexican feel to this too, with the terracotta and you know the kind of shapes of the fireplace wall, etc. And you've got plenty of room for a nice dining area as well.
We have both the indoor dining and then our outside patios really are a great outside
This is where they invented outside living, isn't it?
This,
you don't have bugs here.
It's great here. 9 months out of the year, this is where we like to eat and dine.
Yeah. I love the colors out here. That cadmium yellow, is that a fountain?
That's a fountain. That's a work in process. Should be finished any day now.
Well, Jim, thanks for showing us the model.
Bob, thanks so much. Appreciate having you here.
Okay,
Come back again.
Thank you.